Kazan Federal University, Kazanskiy federalnyy universitet, Tatar, Cyrillic, Latin Kazan Federal University, is located in Kazan, Republic of Tatarstan, Russia. Founded in 1804, his Kazan Imperial University, it is the second oldest among Russian universities. Famous mathematician Nikolai Ivanovich Lobachevsky served there as the rector from 1827 until 1846. In 1925, the university was renamed in honor of its most famous student Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov. The university is known as the birthplace of organic chemistry due to works by Alexander Butlerov, Vladimir Markovnikov, Alexander Arbuzov, and the birthplace of electron spin resonance discovered by Evgeny Zavvadsky. In 2010, Kazan University received the federal status. It is also one of 15 Russian universities that were selected to participate in 5 to 100 Russian Academic Excellence project coordinated by the government of the Russian Federation and aimed to improve their international competitiveness among the world's leading research and educational centers. As of November 1, 2015, the university consists of 16 institutes, 3 higher schools, faculty of law, and 2 regional branches. More than 40,000 students enrolled in 479 degree programs at undergraduate and postgraduate level. Research priority areas are concentrated on biomedicine and pharmaceutics, oil extraction, oil refining and petrochemistry, informational communication and aerospace technologies, advanced materials, and social sciences along with humanities, history. Among the subjects of special pride are the creation of non-Euclidean geometry by Nikolai Lobachevsky, the discovery of the chemical element ruthenium by Karl Claus, the theory of chemical structure of organic compounds by Alexander Butlerov, the discovery of electron paramagnetic resonance by Evgeny Zavvadsky and acoustic paramagnetic resonance by Simon Altshuler, the development of organophosphorus chemical compounds by Alexander and Boris Arbuzov, and many others. Since its inception, the university has prepared more than 70,000 professionals. Among the university students and alumni there are outstanding scholars and famous people such as the founder of the Soviet Union Vladimir Lenin, writers Sergei Aksakov, Leo Tolstoy, Pavel Melnikov, Pekersky, Vladimir Klebanov, composer Emily Balakirev, and painter Valery Yakoby. Imperial period. Kazan University, one of the oldest universities in Russia, was founded on November 17, 1804, when Emperor Alexander I signed the affirmative letter and the charter about the creation of the Kazan Imperial University. The first students, enrolled in 1805, were graduates of the first Kazan Gymnasium, an autonomous affiliate of Moscow State University, under whose auspices Kazan University first operated. It was not until 1814 that the university underwent its full opening. It was restructured as a classical university comprising 4 departments: moral and political sciences, physical and mathematical sciences, medical sciences, and philology. Before Tomsk University was founded, the University of Kazan used to be the easternmost university in the Russian Empire. It was thus serving for Volga, Kama, and Ural regions, Siberia, and the Caucasus. In 1819, M.L. Magnitsky conducted a review of the university, in which he reported on the spirit of dissent and irreligion that he had observed at the university. In his report to the emperor, he spoke of the public destruction of the university and demanded it be closed. But Alexander I put the resolved, "Why destroy what can be corrected?" Magnitsky was consequently appointed trustee of the Kazan School District, an action that negatively affected the university, with many professors being dismissed and harmful books withdrawn from the library's collection. In addition, a strict barrack domestic regime was introduced for students of the university. In 1819 to 1821, an alumnus and scholar of Kazan University, Ivan Simonov, participated in the discovery of Antarctica during the first round-the-world expedition and pioneered Antarctic studies. In 1825, the main building of the university was built and, in 1830, the main campus was completed. This included the library building, chemical laboratory, dissection facilities, astronomical observatory, and clinics. Resultantly, the university became a leading center of education and science. It was the scientific faculties that were, at this time, organized into a number of research schools: mathematical, chemical, medical, geological. Since the first half of the 19th century, Kazan University has been the largest center of Oriental studies in Europe and the birthplace of the world-famous Kazan Linguistic School founded by Jan Bordeaux and Courtney. Just 4 years later, in 1834, the journal Proceedings of Kazan University began to be published by academicians of the university, and in 1835 Nicholas I ordered to establish 3 faculties: philosophical, faculty of law and faculty of medicine. In 1844, Karl Claus, a professor at the university, discovered, and named in honor of Russia, ruthenium, the only chemical element discovered in Tsarist Russia. 6 years thereafter, St. Petersburg University opened the Institute of Oriental Studies, and all training materials and collections of Kazan University in this field were transferred to the capital of Imperial Russia. Shortly after that, there was a further reform of the university's structure, when in 1863, by the order of Alexander II, the university was reorganized into 4 departments: history and philology, physics and mathematics, law, and medicine. A renowned linguistics school was forming at the university during 1875 to 1883. Around the time, Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov, a future leader of the Soviet Union, studied law at the university from August 1887 until his expulsion due to student disturbances in December 1887. The university faced one of its greatest challenges during the Russian Civil War, when in August-September 1918 the siege and ultimate capture of Kazan by the Red Army and Czechoslovak Corps led to a large exodus of students and faculty members from the city. Subsequently, many of them were enrolled in state universities in Siberia, and help they provided proved instrumental in the foundation of universities in Tomsk and Irkutsk. Soviet period. In accordance with a directive from the Council of People's Commissars issued on October 9, 1918, the system of academic ranks was abolished, and all university-level lecturers with at least 3 years of teaching experience were qualifying for the title of professor. This allowed the University of Kazan, which had lost the vast majority of its academic staff during the turmoil of the Civil War, to restart proper education and research. The university soon opened a workers' faculty, which aimed to provide the education for peasants. On the 1st of November 1919, peasant workers started the first classes without the requirement to pass an entrance exam. In 1922, the university's Faculty of Forestry merged with the Faculty of Agriculture of Kazan Polytechnic University to form Kazan Institute of Agriculture and Forestry. In 1925, by the decision of All-Russian Central Executive Committee, Kazan State University was renamed to the V.I. Ulyanov Lenin Kazan State University. This was done in order to recognize the period period of time Vladimir Lenin spent as a student at the University of Kazan. In the 1930s the university continued to evolve, with a number of its faculties being separated from it in order to become independent institutions of higher education. Some of them continue their existence, for instance Kazan State Medical University. Moreover, during the World War II years a number of members of the Soviet Academy of Sciences were evacuated from Moscow and Leningrad and housed under the premises of the university. This, in turn, led to the foundation of Kazan Department of the Academy in 1945. In the post-war years the University of Kazan underwent a period of rapid expansion and development of its academic base. To recognize the hard work in providing education to the peoples of the Soviet Union, Kazan State University was awarded the Order of the Red Banner of Labor in 1953 and later, in 1979, the Order of Lenin. In the 1970s the university's two distinctive high-rise academic buildings were built, the Department of Physics in 1973 and Faculty of Mathematics in 1978. The final major Soviet-era change to the university came with the opening of UNICS Sports Center and Concert Hall in 1989. 21st century. On October 21, 2009, Russian President Dmitry Medvedev signed a presidential decree that established a new Volga Federal University on the basis of Kazan State University. The Federal University project is realized on the basis of Kazan State University, with the accession of the Tatar State University of Humanities and Education, Kazan State Finance and Economics Institute, Elabug State Pedagogical University and Naberezhny Chelny Academy of Engineering and Economy. The university's first rector is Ilshat Gafurov, formerly the mayor of Elabug. The current president is Maexyam Salikov. In 2013, Kazan Federal University launched the program for enhancing its competitive ranking among leading world centers of higher education and research in the framework of implementation of the Government Resolution 211 on measures of federal support for the leading universities of the Russian Federation in order to enhance the competitiveness among the leading world scientific and educational centers. Campus. Kazan Federal University's main campus is located in downtown Kazan, 5 minutes away from the Kazan Kremlin. The main building of Kazan University was designed by architect Petar Pyatnitsky and built in the 1820s. The oldest part of the today's main building includes 3 classic portals along with the white facade of the original 1822 construction. From 1832 to 1841, architect M. Karinfsky designed the rest of the buildings comprising the neoclassical architectural complex of Kazan University. The main building yard now contains the central administrative offices, the anatomical theater, the library, chemistry and physics laboratories, and the observatory. Chemical Faculty building was built in 1954 with the support of students. In 1960 to 70s, 2 high-rise academic buildings were erected to the north and to the west of the main building. By President Boris Yeltsin's decree in 1996, the architectural complex of Kazan University was added to the National Cultural Heritage Register of Russia. During the preparations for 200th anniversary of KFU, the East Wing was added to the main building, and today, along with the university administration, the Museum of History of Kazan University, Yevgeny Zavvadsky Lab Museum, the Botanical Museum, Edward Eversman Zoology Museum, and 2 academic units, the Institute of Fundamental Medicine and Biology together with the Faculty of Law reside there. University sport facilities include UNICS and Bastard Sports Centers built in 1989 and 2010. KFU is one of just few educational institutions in Russia which offers modern, comfortable housing to all students outside of Kazan. KFU dormitory campus is located in the Universitet village built to accommodate participants of the 27th World Summer Universiade 2013. It is a residential micro-district for about 12,000 people with a medical center, drugstore, sports equipment rent station, copy center, laundry, beauty salon, cafeteria and other facilities available. The village project was awarded a diploma for a special contribution to a socially significant infrastructure creation for youth and sport development at the World Contest FIABCI Prix d'Excellence. Altogether, the premises of Kazan University are located throughout Russia in Tatarstan, Karachay, Cherkassia, Karelia, Mari El and Samara region. Buildings of the Kazan State University. Organization. The main campus of Kazan Federal University located in Kazan is divided into 16 institutes, 3 high schools and 2 faculties. The university also has 2 branches in Naberezhny Chelny and Yelabuga. The university offers the majority of its programs in Russian. Prospective students who do not speak Russian are required to participate in a 1-year language training course at KFU International Preparatory School. Teaching in English is provided for several programs throughout the university at specialist and master levels. Physics, Mathematics and IT Institute of Physics, Nikolai Lobachevsky Institute of Mathematics and Mechanics, Institute of Computational Mathematics and Information Technologies, Higher School of Information Technologies and Information Systems, Institute of Engineering, Natural Sciences, Institute of Geology and Petroleum Technologies, Institute of Fundamental Medicine and Biology, Institute of Environmental Sciences, Alexander Butlerov Institute of Chemistry, Humanities, Leo Tolstoy Institute of Philology and Intercultural Communication, Institute of Social and Philosophical Sciences and Mass Communications, Institute of International Relations, History and Oriental Studies, Institute of Psychology and Education, Institute for the Comparative Studies of Modernity, Institute of Language, Faculty of Law, Economics, Institute of Management, Economics and Finance, Higher School of Public Administration, Higher School of Business, additional academic units, Physical Education and Sports Academic Unit, Institute of Continuing Education, Faculty of Advanced Training and Staff Retraining, Global Cooperation. The very foundation of Kazan University was directly linked to international academia. Some of the university's first teachers were German professors such as Johann Bartels, Franz Erdmann and Christian Frenn. The famous German professor Karl Fuchs, who was both the founder of Kazan Medical School and the first European researcher of Tatar history and culture, became the university's rector in the 1820s and was awarded the title of Honorable Citizen of Kazan. Today the university continues enlarging its international dimensions and enhancing its globally renowned academic reputation. KFU strives for attaining globally recognized results within its priority areas through developing centers of excellence and world-class unique laboratories, inviting world-known scholars, as well as collaborating with large companies and leading academic centers. KFU has partner agreements with approximately 190 universities and research centers from more than 53 countries all over the world. thanks to its fruitful cooperation with the long-term partners such as Justice Liebig University of Qazan, the Superior Institute of Materials and Advanced Mechanics Research Institute RIKN and many others. KFU has taken advantage of participating in various research programs and implementing double diploma programs and co-tutel agreements. Currently, about 3,000 international students are studying in KFU on different academic programs. Each year, more than 900 students and faculty members of KFU visit foreign universities and research centers for various purposes, including international conferences. About 1,500 specialists from abroad are involved in various scientific events, development and introduction of new courses, research collaboration and other international activity at KFU. Many native-speaking specialists teach Chinese, Korean, Farsi, German, Spanish, English and other foreign languages on a regular basis at KFU. Among the honorary doctors and professors of KFU there are Vladimir Minkin, Alexei Starobinsky, Isha Calderon Adizes, Rashid Sunyev, Anatoly Abragi, Karl Alexander Muller, Brebis Blini, Ryo Ginoyori, Mikhail Piotrovsky, Vitaly Ginzburg, Mara R. Yusupov and other famous scientists and Nobel Prizes. Every year KFU academic staff carry out on average 40 joint international projects and get individual support for research and study from DAAD, DFG, Volkswagen Foundation, NSF, European Commission and other grant-making organizations. KFU carry out several big projects on mega grants received from the Russian government in the framework of Resolution number 220 of the Government of the Russian Federation on measures designed to attract the world's leading scientists to Russian institutions of higher learning, research organizations of the governmental academies of sciences, and governmental research centers of the Russian Federation, and Resolution number 218 of the Government of the Russian Federation on promoting cooperation between higher educational institutions and organizations implementing comprehensive high-technology production, international research laboratory, neurobiology, early activity in the developing brain, supervised by Professor Rustam Kazipov. The project is implemented jointly with the Institut National de la Santé et de la Recherche Médicale, joint project of KFU and Nizhny Kamsk Neftekhim, increasing effectiveness for obtaining monomers of synthetic rubber by development and distribution of advanced catalysts of isoamylene dehydration. Joint project of KFU and TNG Group, development of innovative technologies and industrial management of equipment and software for effective investigation of resources for the purpose of identification of hydrocarbon deposits and supervision of the development. Joint project of KFU and TASMA Co. Development and production of competitive photorecording materials. Starting from 2011, Kazan University implements a large-scale project, Pharma 2020, financed within Federal Target Program of Russian Federation, development of pharmaceutical and medical industry till 2020 and following perspectives. Research and Education Center of Pharmaceutics was established, providing interdisciplinary research for development and production of innovative drugs. The university administration and faculty have paid special attention to the European Tempus and our Erasmus scheme for cooperation, with over a dozen large-scale projects which which have been successfully implemented during the last 20 years. Today KFU students and academic staff enjoy wonderful opportunities of training at best European universities as part of both integration, interaction and institutions, and Aurora projects. These projects often reach beyond the university, making it a center of entirely new regional research and educational networks involved in international collaboration. Library. Kazan University Nikolai Lobachevsky Scientific Library has one of the world's most important bibliographical collections, including 15,000 manuscripts and 3,000 rare books. Opened in 1809, it first contained Count G. Potemkin's books brought to Kazan in 1799, mixed with collections of the earliest bibliophiles V. Polyansky and N. Bulich. Subsequently, the collections of Solovetsky Monastery were added to the library. These original books remain and are kept in the special depository of the library. In this special collection are Arabic manuscripts of philosophers and scholars Mansur al-Hallaj and Avicenna and Ash-Shakristani, a manuscript copy of the Pentateuch, the first Russian printed book, the Apostle, the Books of Kingdoms by Francisco Scoran, and the Code of Tsar Alexis Mikhailovich. The library has first editions of the 18th century books by Pushkin, Griboidov, Gogol, Naziri and Tukay. The library contains many 19th century periodicals and literature about Kazan and the surrounding region. The library boasts itself as the pride of the university and an invaluable source of information for any researcher. The original library building was built between 1825 and 1833 by Rector N. Lobachevsky, who was at the same time the chief librarian of the university. The library, which now bears his name, is still growing, and even its new building cannot house all the collections. Kazan University also has many museums. Notable faculty and alumni. Politics. Sergei Aksakov, Vladimir Ulyanov, Alexei Rykov, Zosyan Yamisev, Sergei Bakinsky, Vasily Ospanov, Nikolai Semashko, Dmitry Karakozov, Nikolai Fyodorov. Mathematics and Sciences. Alexander Arbuzov, Nikolai Chebotaryov, Alexander Butlerov, Norm Mimin, Kimil Akashev, Nikolai Lobachevsky, Ivan Simonov, Vladimir Markovnikov, Konstantin Mereshkovsky, Nikolai Beketov, Nikolai Zinin, Alexander Zaitsev, Sergei Reformatsky, Alexander Vishnevsky, Livre Darkshevich, Platon Poretsky, Nikolai Brashman, Karl Ernst Klaus, Joseph Johann Littrow, Johann Bartels, Adolf Theodor Kupfer, Marian Kowalski, Alexander Kotelnikov, Mikhail Lavronev, Yevgeny Zavwatsky, Roald Sagdayev, Vladimir Engelgard, Alexander Luria, Dmitry Dubyagard, Alexander Dubyago, George E. Fredericks, Seaman Altshuler, Mikhail Leoponov, Dmitry Isintsov, Oscar Anderson, Wilhelm Anderson, Vladimir Galkin, Kadir Timurgazin. Humanities, Music and Art. Mili Balakirev, Stanislav Govorikin, Ilya Ulyanov, Stepan Smolensky, Karl Fuchs, Michael Minsky, Yulia Zaripova, Oleg Satov. Literature. Pavel Melnikov, Pekursky, Velimir Klebanov, Pyotr Boborygin, Eugenia Ginsburg, Leo Tolstoy, Daniel Mordovtsev, Alexander Tarasov, Rodionov. Education. Jan Nisoslobodov and Courtney, Vladimir Bekhterev, Nikolai Khrushchevsky, Ivan Yakovlev, Vladimir Burtsev, Peter Lesgaft, Sergei Malev, Nikolai Ilminsky, Afanasy Shipov, Christian Martin Fran, Alexander Kazambek, Nikolai A. Vasiliev, Vasily Vasilyev, Joseph Kowalewski, Nikolai Lykokyov, Nikolai Nepromorov, Vasily Razumovsky, Walter Anderson, Valentin A. Bazanov.